Hi everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. In this lesson, this is going to be part 2 of the Ducks on the Millpond in D major, the old time tune. It's part 2 where we're going to play the same melody, but we're just going to play it down an entire octave. It's a great thing to do every once in a while. You know, it really kind of fills out the sound if you're playing with another musician and you're both kind of playing along in the same octave, and then you or the other person jumps down the octave and just kind of plays along in unison, but just down an octave. If you haven't learned the melody in the regular octave, I recommend you do that. Check out the Ducks on the Millpond in D major lesson over at mandolessons.com. There's a bunch of other lessons over there too on tons of fiddle tunes and songs and techniques, tips, tricks, you name it. Play along tracks for the fiddle tunes. And there's a couple ways to donate as well, which is always appreciated and helps me put out new lessons. There's new lessons every week. That said, the lessons will always be free. So the most important part is just keeping playing music and having fun. So I'm going to jump into the low octave of Ducks on the Millpond. Again, if you want the high octave, check out part 1. So it sounds like this. There you have it. All right, so the rhythm should be familiar to you because of part 1, and the melody should sound familiar, and those syncopated little hits and the beat part should be a little more familiar to you. And now it's just a matter of figuring it out down in that lower octave. The first thing, often for me, figuring out when a tune can be played down an octave. If I'm playing along in a tune and I notice the lowest note is this G on the D string, the 5th fret, or higher, then that means the tune can be played down an octave. Because that 5th fret on the D string is an octave above this open G string. So if the melody doesn't go below that 5th fret on the D, that means it won't go below the open G string, which is the lowest note on the mandolin. So this tune in the regular octave never goes below that open A string. So that means it's never going to go below this 2nd fret on the G string, which is an octave below that. That's my sort of first pointer that, hey, this tune could be maybe played down an octave. Let's see what it sounds like down there. The next step is really just to get those first couple notes. That's often the hardest part. Our fingers are often familiar in kind of finding melodies down there if we've got a couple tunes under our belt in that key, just because of the sort of repetitive nature of learning fiddle tunes. Finding those first couple notes, we have this kind of 5-0-2-0-5 on D, E, F sharp, E, D. So finding that down an octave. If it helps, you can name the notes, and like I did, and say D, E, F, E, D. It's an F sharp. D, E, F sharp, E, D. And then finding those notes down an octave. So, okay, there's a D on the A string. I need a D below that. Well, we have this nice open D string. So then from there, we can go D, E, F sharp, E, D. And often just finding those first couple notes will really kind of kickstart your learning process in that lower octave, and the rest of the tune will just kind of work its way out. For the purpose of this lesson, though, I'll break it down a little bit. So the first phrase sounds like this, starting on the open D string. Let's do that much. again. So it's all 2s and 4s and opens so far on the D and G string. And we have 1 5th fret in the whole tune, and that's coming up here. Again. One more. Last phrase. Starts on the 4th fret of the G string. One more time. With the phrase before it. Alright, so let's put the whole A part together, and it sounds like this. Again. One more. Alright, onto the B part and those nice syncopated hits. So, those are all, instead of being on the 5th fret of the E string, they're now on the open A string. Let's do that again. And again. One more. And the next phrase. Again. One more. And the last phrase. Which is the same as the first phrase. Sorry, it's the same as the last phrase of the A part. So let's put those last 2 phrases together. Sounds like this. Again. One more time and I'll get the pick direction right. Alright, let's throw the whole B part together. Sounds like this. Oops, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. The A. So let's play the whole thing through 2 times, just maybe once, and send you on your way. 1, 2, 3, 4. B. One more, A. open D string. So that's the whole tune down the octave. Again, you can add in a little bit of that swing like I did with the upper octave. If you want a little more bounce to it, or you can play it straight, that is up to you. Just try to maybe match whatever the other person is playing. Maybe if you're playing along with someone, try to match those feels up. So I'll play it one more time and send you on your way. Thank you so much for watching. Lots more lessons over at mandolessons.com. Hope to see you again soon.